What's up, guys? My name is Mr. Shipes. I'll be your teacher for Math 108 this semester. So, one of the things I wanted to do to get you started was to go through your Blackboard, go through your syllabus, and kind of go through your online thing so you can kind of see face to face exactly what's happening. So, got the GoPro going, gonna show you how it works. So, if you're on your Blackboard, you got a list of all your courses. You should be able to see that. Okay. Got a list of all your courses. I'm going to click on a Math 108 course here. Something that kind of looks like this should pop up. Let's see, I can make the student mode so it'll look a little bit more like yours. Right. The important thing on your Blackboard is right up here. Okay. Your course content contains all your content for this course. So here you can find your syllabus, your course schedule, your lecture notes, your lecture videos. Each one of these is a lecture and a lecture video. Okay, so like for your chapter 1 lecture notes, you would click on your lecture notes, they would pop up. Boom, there you go, you got them in PDF format. And if you want to watch the associated video, boom, click there. Takes you to my YouTube channel where I teach you just like that. You can see it. Okay, so you can follow along with your notes. The notes correspond to the material that I'm teaching. Easy enough, right? So let's jump into the syllabus real quick, and then we'll look at the schedule to kind of see how the semester lays out. So if you look at your syllabus, just a baseline syllabus. I do have my personal phone number up right here. I just got back in my office with this office transition thing, so please don't blow up my personal number. But if you do need me, text me. Wouldn't recommend calling. I don't usually answer calls. I don't know. But if you need me, text me. But the best way to get to me is send me an email. I respond to my email a whole lot more than I do just random text. If you need me, try me. You can try to get me that way. Read through this. It's pretty standard stuff. The only different thing this semester, obviously, this is an online course to begin with, so we don't have to worry about switching to online at any point in time. We will use MyMathLab. You're allowed to use a graphing calculator, and I suggest using that. The TI-84 does really well. We've got 6 chapters to go through. I've got them spread out pretty nice throughout the semester. The way I'm doing it is all the homework's pretty much due on Sunday. So, you know, you have like 2 lessons a week on average. You'll do the 2 lessons, homework's due on Sunday, get it done by Sunday. You can do all of it at your own time. You don't have to do it at a specific time during the week. You can all do it on Monday. You can all do it on Friday. You can all do it Sunday evening if that's how you like to roll. However, I do not suggest putting it all off to the very end. Now, quizzes are due on specific dates, which you'll see on the syllabus and the schedule, and we'll go through that in just a minute too. Something, if you're reading through here, something that you will notice is, you know, you've got your percents and everything laid out. That's all pretty standard. I'll keep up with your stuff on Blackboard and on MyMathLab as well. If you ever have a question about where exactly your grade's at in the class and can't exactly figure out how it's calculated, please let me know. A lot of times exactly what you see on Pearson on the MyMathLab isn't exactly what your grade is at that point. I try to keep it a little more accurate in the actual Blackboard area. You will be required to do some discussion boards. They won't be, you know, I'm not going to hit you with one of those every week, but you will have to do a few of those, so be ready to do those. And, you know, everybody will have something different in the discussion board, even though it'll be centered around the same idea. We'll go and look at that in this video as well, and kind of how to get there. The thing with tests this semester, so what the department has decided to do and make mandatory for these online tests this semester is that you're required to use something called ProctorU. I will do a completely separate video before test 1 on how exactly to go through that, so it'll be easy, and I'll send out an email walking you through it. Okay, essentially what it is it's a service that monitors you. Actually, there's a person monitoring you via online while you take the test. So you're going to need like a webcam set up and everything for that. So be prepared for that. That is required. It does cost a little money. It's not much. It's like $10 for the test. We do have a common final that we're working on that everybody in Math 108 will take the same final exam. You'll have to take the test on the day that the test is done. So if I say the test is on Thursday, you're going to have to take the test on Thursday. You don't have to take it at a specific time on Thursday, but you got to take it sometime between 12 o'clock a.m. that morning and 11:59 p.m. that evening and get it done. If you have any questions, let me know about that. Quizzes, I won't require you to be proctored for quizzes, but I do expect you not to cheat for quizzes. Same thing with homework. You need to do it all on your own. That's what's best going to work for you anyway. Okay. Now I do have an office at Penland 228, so if you're ever on campus and have a question, feel free to stop by. Remember, if you come on campus, you do have to have a mask though. Alright, so moving on. If you have any questions about the syllabus after you read through it, let me know, and I can clarify any points that you need to. Just shoot me an email. So we've got our fall tentative course schedule here. So you'll notice that the first day is really just an introduction. Okay, so the first day is really trying to make sure you watch this video, get acquainted with what you're going through, get signed up for My Math Lab, go through and maybe do the My Math Lab intro homework or whatever. Make sure you familiarize yourself with that. Okay, and then you'll see we'll have about 2 lectures a week. Every now and then I'll have a worksheet. You'll be expected to do the homework. You know, you'll have quizzes, you'll have tests, and those are specifically stated, or I specifically state when the quizzes will be due here, and that corresponds to what exactly it is through the My Math Lab platform. Also, I state when the discussion board is due. So, like your first discussion will be due on the 11th this week. Your second discussion board will be due on October 2nd, and so on and so forth. And I'll probably send you out reminder emails for those as well, so you don't forget, because discussion boards can be a little tricky. I think we only have 3 of them. Alright, but you should be able to get through those just fine. Those will count as a part of a quiz grade. Alright, so if you have any questions with the layout of that, please let me know. Back to Blackboard. Like I said, we have all this here. If you go over here, so we have our assignments tab. That's the thing I want to you to click on next. If you click on assignments, you should see this. It's your My Math Lab setup. Has your homework, your quizzes, all assignments, the calendar that tells you when everything's due, your grade book, and it even has a copy of the e-text if you're a person that likes looking at e-text. I have up top the course ID number because it'll ask you for that when you log on. In order to get access to the My Math Lab, one, you need to have a code. You couldn't just buy the code straight from online. But you click on it, click on any of them. I'm going to get an error because I have teacher access instead of student access. So if I exit this preview over here, I go back to assignments, looks about the same. I click on this and it's going to take me straight there, but if you click on it, it'll take you through a series of things. It will probably ask you for the course ID. Course ID is listed right there. This is probably not the same as yours. It's probably in other classes because I like to reuse the same videos if possible. But if you have trouble getting into My Math Lab, let me know. You have to access it through Blackboard. You can't just go to the Pearson website and access it. You have to go through Blackboard, hit assignments, and then wind up clicking on one of the links and it'll take you there. Okay. Like I said, this will take you straight to the homework. That'll take you to the quizzes, tests, all assignments. So right now, the only things you have up are the final reviews. You don't need to do those until the end of the semester. I keep those open all semester because people like to practice throughout the semester sometimes. Okay. So like if you went to, say, the calendar, it's right there. It lets you know that, hey, orientation, that starts on the 20th. On the 24th, you get access to functions and domain and chapter 1.2. So, and then the next week you get on the 31st, on that Monday, you get access to linear functions and equations of lines. So I open everything up on Monday, and as you can tell, everything's due on Sunday. So open all these assignments for the first week on Monday, and here on Sunday they're due. So you have a week to do everything pretty much. Alright, so if we get out of here, the other stuff to cover. Discussions is a tab. I don't have any discussions put up now, but what you will do is you'll click on the discussions tab, you'll see the discussion, and you'll just click on it and you'll create a thread. And if you have problems doing the discussions, let me know. I'll do an additional walkthrough if I need to. But the discussions tab is right here. When I tell you that we have a discussion up, I'll send an email out, let you know exactly when it's due. It's also letting you know when it's due on the tentative schedule. Other than that, you should be good to go. Okay, I'll try to keep you on tabs with that. If you have any questions, please reach out to me via email. I am very, very responded to email. Okay, so just let me know. I don't think there's really anything else to cover. Like I said, be sure I know I have a lot of students that they try to go through and just do the My Math Lab homework instead of going through and actually watching all the lecture videos. If you feel like you want to do that, go ahead, but it's going to be really helpful for you to actually go through, download the PDF, and watch the video and go through it like it's a normal class. If you're trying to just do it all on your own and just guess and check the homework, it's going to be kind of rough on you, okay? Because there'll be stuff that we wind up covering in lecture that might not necessarily be hitting every single homework question, so I don't want you to get left behind in that way when it comes to a quiz or a test. So I've got all of everything up right now, so you should have access to every single lecture for the entire semester already up, and even a review PDF. So everything's there for you. It should kind of flow. You work at your own pace, but you do have to keep up week to week according to the schedule. You got time to do it. You got to make your own time to do it. You chose online class, so I feel like you're responsible enough to do that. I will also probably throw you up a tab to check on your grades over here on the left hand side. Once we start getting some grades in, it'll show up. And other than that, when we come around to the first test, I'll do you an additional walkthrough on how to go through ProctorU. It'll be uploaded in the same build content area, and I will send you out an email reminding you to look at it. I might even put it up top so you don't miss it. But we'll get to that when we get closer to the first test. If you have any questions whatsoever, send me an email. Other than that, I hope we have a great semester, and I will see you teaching on that first lecture whenever you decide to watch it. Thanks, guys.